Well, let me be brutally honest. Most cops who are overweight, out of shape, knackered all the time, and constantly saying they'll sort it soon, they don't have a motivation problem. And they definitely don't need another fat burner, some kind of detox tea that they saw on social media, or some other shreds challenge that they saw. They've got a system problem, because fat loss for shift workers, it actually isn't complicated, it's boring. And boring doesn't sell very well. So instead, people get sold nonsense on social media. They get sold meal plans that fall apart the second they get held on, training plans built for folk that have all the free time in the world, and generic advice from people who've never worked a single shift in their life. I was a cop for 7 years. I actually stayed in shape while doing it, and now I help cops and shift workers do exactly the same. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 boring fat loss strategies that actually work around shifts. No bullshit, just results. Let's get into it. Hydration's the first one, and honestly, it's the easiest one. Most of you aren't hungry, you're dehydrated. Seriously, how many cops are surviving on 2 coffees, a can of Monster, and maybe another coffee with some syrup in it, with 0 water intake? And then they're wondering why they're starving halfway through their shift, or they're smashing snacks at 3 o'clock in the morning. Your body is crap at telling first from hunger, so your I need food signal can sometimes just mean that you actually need to drink some water, and your body's trying to tell you to get water in you. A simple fix is to have a big glass of water when you wake up, have a bottle in the car with you when you're out and about, drink before your meals, drink before grabbing snacks, and that's it. And no, Monster doesn't count, sadly. Quick question, and be honest, how much water have you actually had today? Not caffeine, actual water. Exactly. That's my point. The second thing I want you to think about is high volume foods. That's where most people make fat loss harder than it really needs to be, because they think dieting means eating like some sad bastard with tiny portions, fried chicken, and just being starving all day. But in reality, the trick is volume. It's eating foods that actually fill you up without completely destroying your calorie intake. Things like protein yogurts, or big salads with a decent bit of protein in there, or wraps with the right kind of stuffing in it. Low calorie swaps where it actually makes sense. The problem with shift work is if you let yourself get absolutely starving, you'll eat whatever is easiest. And more often than not, that'll be raiding the tuck shop that's going to be full of crisps or chocolates or whatever. It's not a discipline issue, it's poor planning. Volume can help you massively here. Plan, prep your meals, because it's much easier to stick to fat loss when you're not starving. Next, I want you to prioritise protein. Always. It's probably one of the biggest game changers for shift workers, because protein actually keeps you fuller for longer. It helps recovery, it helps your muscle retention, and it stops you from feeling hungry between your meals and between your snacks. You won't feel as hungry if you're prioritising protein in your meals and snacks. If your lunch is crisps, a chocolate bar, and a can of juice, you are setting yourself up to fail. Build your meals around protein first. Chicken, lean mince, Greek yogurt, protein shakes, eggs, whatever suits you, whatever actually works, especially around shifts. It's not about being a bodybuilder or eating like a bodybuilder, it's actually practical. Here's a quick story for you. One of my clients that joined me used to annihilate snacks after every back shift. He thought that he had no willpower, but in reality, he was barely eating protein all day, so we fixed that and the problem disappeared. Funny that. Next thing I want you to think about is calorie banking, and that's where shift workers really have a massive advantage if they do it right, and most people completely mess it up. Stop thinking about perfect daily calorie intake, start thinking about your weekly calorie intake, because shift life, it isn't predictable. Some days go smoothly, some days you get held on for 3 hours, some days the only food available to you is absolute crap if you're not prepped. That's life. So instead of saying, oh no, I went over in calories today, my diet's absolutely ruined, think bigger, think about your weekly targets. If one day goes over, that's absolutely fine. Just pull back slightly on some other days to balance it out. You can still make progress even with a bad shift. And that's exactly how shift workers should diet. It should be flexible, it should be realistic, and that is sustainable. Number 5, the boring one that everybody hates. Move more. That's it, no magic, just move your arse. Everyone wants some metabolic secret. Meanwhile, they're doing 3,000 steps a day, every day. They're sitting in the car, they're sitting at home, they're sitting in the station, and they're wondering why fat loss is hard. Get your steps up, park further away from Tesco and take a walk into the shops. Take the stairs up to the next printer in the office if you have that. Movement matters massively, and no, you do not need to become some kind of cardio-obsessed psychopath. Just start moving a little bit more, and be honest, if I checked your average daily steps right now, would you be embarrassed? Here's the truth, none of this is sexy, none of this would sell on social media, none of it is revolutionary. No one's selling this because drink water and walk more. It doesn't actually sound exciting, but it works. And that's what matters. Most cops stay stuck because they keep looking for shortcuts. Fat loss around shifts doesn't need hacks. It needs systems that work for you. It needs hydration. It needs protein. It needs better food choices, flexible calorie management, more movement, and that's it. If you do that consistently, you will make progress. And if you're watching this thinking, right, I know what to do, but I'm still not doing it, that's exactly where coaching helps. Because information isn't the problem, execution is. If you're a co-op or a shift worker, or you want help getting in shape around your actual life, shifts, family life, cancelled rest days, all the other shite that comes with being a cop, drop me a message using the link in my bio, we'll have a quick chat, no pressure, and I'll show you exactly how I help people just like you get results that actually last. See you in the next one.